Uh, our honorable chief guest, as I please welcome them. Please take your seats. Namaskar. On the behalf of the Institute, it is my proud privilege to welcome chief guest of today's function, Dr. T. Ramaswamy. We welcome Dr. B. Chandrasekharan, distinguished scientist from CSIR IHBT Chennai. We welcome eminent guests, faculty, and researchers from the prestigious institutes of this region. We welcome Dr. S.K. Sharma, ex-VCHPKV, and our current RC member, Dr. O.P. Sharma, Dr. Ram Swarup, in charge Palmpur Science Center, Dr. Potin Singh from IVRI, Dr. Suresh Radotra from IGFRI. I also welcome Dr. Anup Karwa, our RC member, previous RC member, who is present through online mode. I welcome all the staff, students of our institute, as well as the students from Kendriya Vidyalaya Palmpur and Newgall Public School, and all those who are sitting in this auditorium, and all those who are sitting in another hall of the institute, that is J.C. Bose Hall, and all those who have joined the program through online mode. At the outset, I request my director to please welcome the honored guest with special plant, that is air purifying plants. Plant to chief guest Dr. T. Ramaswamy, and plant for Dr. B. Chandrasekharan. Thank you, sir. Now, we will have Sansthan Gan. So may I request our August gathering and our honorable guest to please rise for the Sansthan Gan.
हिमालय हम तेरे हैं प्रबुद्ध अन्वेषी, जैव संपदा को तेरी सुरक्षित करते जाएंगे, सुरक्षित करते जाएंगे।
हिम आंचल से तेरे प्रगति कर दिखलाएंगे,
अज्ञान तिमिर हम मिटाते जाएंगे, हम मिटाते जाएंगे।
प्रौद्योगिकी से देश को स्वावलंबी बनाएंगे।
अनुसंधान से जग में अर्थ विकास कराएंगे। अर्थ विकास कराएंगे।
मातृभूमि की भव्यता विज्ञान से बढ़ाएंगे।
हो समर्पित हम सभी जन उत्थान कराएंगे। जन उत्थान कराएंगे। जन उत्थान कराएंगे। जन उत्थान कराएंगे।
Thank you. Now I request our Chief Guest Dr. T. Ramaswamy, our Director Dr. Sanjay Kumar, and my colleague Dr. Bipin Halan to please come to the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I invite our Director Dr. Sanjay Kumar for his welcome address, please.
Very good morning to all in the auditorium and those who are attached online and those who are in JC Bose Hall. We are very deeply honored today to have Professor Ramaswamy as the chief guest of the day, who is well recognized by the Government of India for his exemplary services to the nation through civilian honors, Padma Shri as well as Padma Bhushan. If you know Professor Ramaswamy, I need not to tell, he is an exceptional scientific leader, an outstanding intellectual scholar, an inquisitive thinker, an epitome of virtuous decency, a philosophic elder, and an intimate well-wisher of our institute. You all must be aware that Professor Ramaswamy, he functioned as Director CLRI and also Secretary to the Government of India, who has a rare distinction to be the Secretary of all the scientific departments. Sir, I first learnt about you when I was Scientist B, and Professor Gupta talked to me about one project where you wanted to use Rumex for tanning purposes. That was my first introduction to you, sir. Thereafter, sir, you served as DG CSIR, and I had several opportunities to listen to your thoughts. And then I had distinct opportunity to travel with you from Amritsar to Palampur way back in 2012. And those 4.5 hours were full of engrossed and enrolled discussions. And that helped me to take several decisions even today. Sir, thereafter in Hyderabad, I had a chance to listen from you how CSIR should reposition and what it should be doing so that we can make it a better CSIR. It is still reverberating in my mind. Sir, we very warmly welcome you to our institute. Rather, I would say to your own institute, sir. Today we have with us Dr. B. Chandrasekharan with us, the former director of CLRI and a very good friend of mine. He is currently distinguished scientist at CSIR, and this distinction is bestowed upon very few scientists after superannuation. We have several occasions when we used to discuss together on several fronts. I remember even during our leadership training program, we had several chances to be together, and then once you took over as director, I think it made our life much better and much cozier. Amongst us, I can see we have Dr. O.P. Sharma with us, who keeps on enriching both scientifically as well as philosophically. We have Professor S.K. Sharma, who is a member of our RC, and his presence is not limited to the RC meetings, but also he plays a vital role in enriching and strengthening our institute. We have with us Dr. Putan Singh, who is in charge of IVRI, Dr. Suresh Raditra, who is in charge of IGFRI, Dr. Vinay Mahajan, who is medical superintendent from a civil hospital, Shri Ram Swarupji, who is heading National Science Center, Palampur, a center which is the center of attraction these days for our children, and also to enthuse scientific temper in this city of Palampur. I just now saw Dr. Ranjit ji, Dr. Ranjot Singh just now entered the hall. We welcome you, sir. We have young students from Nugal Public School, from Kendriya Vidyalaya, and children of our own CSIR family members. And also we have teachers amongst us, Mr. Rakesh, Madam Swalpa, Madam Kanchan Sharma, Mr. Antariksh Upadhyay. Then amongst us we have Mr. Amit Mandhar and Madam Deepika from Messrs. Vigda Care Private Limited. We have Mr. Manik Vasayan from Sharma Biotech, Dr. Seva Singh from Renvex Bio Private Limited. Then we have certain guests attached online, and among them we have Dr. B.P. Pradhan, who is an IFS Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Sikkim. Shri D.T. Bhutia, who is Director, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Sikkim. Shri Suman Thapa, who is Additional Director, Sikkim State Council of Science and Technology. Then we have from the Central University, Haryana, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar. And then Dr. Professor Neelam Sangwan, Dean Research. Earlier, Dr. Neelam used to be our own colleague at IHBT. When I joined as Scientist B, she had also joined as Scientist B. Thereafter, she moved to Lucknow and then to this place. Then Professor Dr. Sunil Kumar, who is Registrar. Then Vikas Kumar, who is FAO. Dr. Anup Karwa, who is the Director of Krishidhan Seeds Private Limited and the former member of our RC. Actually, sir, he is like our own family member, although but he always remains in constant touch with us and keeps on guiding us on various issues. Then we have scientists from Simeri. They especially wrote that they want an online connection so that they can listen to your thoughts. And like this, there are several other CSIR institutions who are attached online. And very happy to see our superannuated scientist, Dr. Anil Sood is here, Dr. Bikram is here, Dr. Vats is here. Very pleased to see all our old and elder connect to IHBT, who always strengthen us on various occasions. All the members of CSIR IHBT staff and their family members and friends from press and media. On behalf of the Institute and my own behalf, I am deeply honored to welcome you all on this very important event of Foundation Day of our Institute. And what else one can expect on a Foundation Day than to have the blessings of none other than our elder, Professor Ramasamy, and all those who are there in the hall and who are attached online. Sir, today I have the privilege to present before you all some of the salient achievements of our institute as well. Sir, at the outset, I must mention all of you that we continue to be among top 10 institute of CSIR as per Shimago rating. And I think that we are maintaining for the last several years. And this year, sir, our scientists published 159 research papers with an average impact factor of 4.60, which we consider is quite good as far as national average is concerned. And IHBT, how it functions, apart from basic science, which I just reflected in terms of impact factor, we try to do and connect with the society as well. And to connect with the society, base is high core science and technology. And there are three major mission projects which we actually pursue in our institute. One of the mission is on aroma mission or aromatic crops, through which we try to empower our farmers. And I must mention that this year we consolidated this project, and total area under cultivation of aromatic crop, it reached to 1400 hectares. So that was pretty good for a state like Himachal. And not only Himachal, now we extended into 12 more states and 2 union territories as well. And Himachal continued to be the top producer of aromatic marigold oil, and we produce around 7.4 tons of marigold oil this year. And this oil sells at a cost of around 13,000 rupees a liter, and which gives good remuneration to our farmers. Overall, sir, we produced 29 tons of this aromatic oil, worth 15 crore rupees. So this added lot of value to our farmers. I am very happy to see, I am just seeing Dr. Madam Kshama Maitre entering. She is the National Director of Chinmaya Organization for Rural Development. And she has also been awarded with Padma Shri for her enormous contribution to the society. And I am sure Narendra ji must also be accompanying her in the process. Apart from, sir, this generating around 15 crores through essential oils, we initiated a project on floriculture mission. And sir, this year we attached 1,004 farmers through this floriculture mission, and it generated a revenue of 15 crores again, 15.68 crores again. So we feel, sir, compared to the traditional crops, the Himalayan environment is very suitable for aroma and floriculture mission, and our institute is doing at its best to reach to the farmer. We do a lot of work at the background, like development of the varieties, development of the right agro technologies. That's our job. And madam, since you work so closely with the rural people, anything we can do with you onto this floriculture, aroma, we'll be very happy to work even with your organization. Apart from whenever we do this aroma and floriculture, we try to attach apiculture along with this. And this year our target is to produce 10 tons of honey with our floriculture as well as aromatic crops. And already we have taken steps. We have attached all the farmers, given them the bee boxes, and all that work has already taken place. So we want that, India is 7th or 8th number in honey production. We want to bring it back, that why are we not competing with the world and becoming first or second in terms of honey production. So that has been one of our targets. And for this, sir, we are working very closely with our sister lab CSIO for making the honey boxes. Very innovative type of honey boxes we are working with them. And when we talk of floriculture, I'll mention you, sir, one very interesting thing. We are trying to work on the crops on which India depends totally on the export value. And sir, you will be surprised to know the import of floriculture crop worth 1100 crores we get from Netherlands and other countries. And for the crops like calla lily, lilium, we did not even have the production technology for the corms of these crops. And I'm happy to share that we have the production technology of corm of this crop. And very interestingly, what we did this year, we developed the production technology for tulip corms, tulip bulbs. And our Lahore and Spiti area, we found it very suitable for production of these bulbs. And this year, we established the first tulip garden of Himachal Pradesh in our institution. And on 28th February, this news was opened and extended to the public. And I'm happy to share with you more than 10,000 tourists, students, they all visited our institute to see how this tulip looks like. So people who had to go to Srinagar, where they get all tulips from Netherlands, at least we had the tulip which was grown in our own land. So that is one advantage what we had. Apart from that, sir, our third mission project was on nutraceuticals. And realizing the COVID situation and thinking that some more such pandemic may drop in, we initiated with immunity mission, and particularly through the nutraceutical routes. And we are also making one digital platform that which fruits and vegetable can impart us the immunity. So already that is in the process. And last time we had developed certain formulation for vitamin D enrichment and the formulation for avoiding cartilage destruction. Already there, human trial is underway with our Ayurvedic college at Paparola. So these were the three our major mission mode projects. Apart from that, we work on certain unique crops, and one of that crop is stevia. And I must mention, sir, this time we spread stevia not only in Himachal, but in the state of Punjab, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Manipur, Maharashtra and Odisha. So around 448 hectares area has been covered under this crop, and farmers are getting very good income, around 2 lakh rupees per hectare, which is much higher as compared to the traditional crops. Similarly, sir, in the initiation of hing cultivation, we initiated 2 years back, and this year around 46,000 plants we again supplied to our farmers, and they are already under the field condition. This work we are carrying out in collaboration with the State Department. And along with the State Department, we are also working on saffron cultivation. And this year, around 68 quintals of corms of saffron, it was supplied to various farmers of Himachal Pradesh, particularly this Chamba, Kinnaur, Kangra and Kullu districts. So these were the major areas which were covered. Very interesting thing I must also share with you, sir, that apart from this saffron, apart from hing, apple, cultivation in Northeast, it has now picked up very, very well. And this year, last year we had, shown some success. And after our initial success, now people are excited. It became the people project. It's now no more our project. So people say they want to have this particular crop because they used to depend on Burma and such places to get the apples in those places. And with our technology, this year we supplied, total 118 hectares are under apple cultivation in northeastern zone, and that is playing a very significant role in changing the economic scenario of the northeastern state, and which was very well recognized not only by Chief Minister but also our Honorable Prime Minister. So in his Mann Ki Baat on 25th July 2021, he mentioned about the farmers being trained in Himachal Pradesh. So I think that was a very big satisfaction for all of us. A new initiative, sir, we had taken last year, keeping in view that India still depends on cinnamon cultivation and cinnamon import from China, from Vietnam, in spite of the fact that cinnamon is our own plant. Its center of origin is in Kerala. Still we don't do organized cultivation of this important crop. And 45,000 ton is not a small quantity which we import. And also what we import is not the right variety. We import a variety known as cassia, which is harmful for our liver as well as for our kidney. And to avoid that and to give the quality produce to our Indian population, we initiated cultivation of cinnamon in Himachal Pradesh, our lower belt area. Our Honorable Agriculture Minister, he was excited about it. He discussed with Honorable Chief Minister, and Honorable Chief Minister in his budget speech mentioned that we will start cultivation of cinnamon in Himachal Pradesh in association with IHBT. So in his budget speech, you will find the mention of our institute there. And also he mentioned about monk fruit cultivation. You know, otherwise monk fruit is a fruit which is present only in, cultivated only in China. And now India and particularly Himachal Pradesh became the second producer of this monk fruit. Two initiatives, sir, we took in our institute to improve the livelihood scenario. One is on freshwater pearl cultivation. Pearl cultivation, you'll be surprised, sir, we still get most of the pearls from outside. We don't produce pearl in India. Whatever we produce to very limited extent in Hyderabad and some nearby areas, also in Bhubaneswar and Odisha. But if you see large quantity of pearls, still we are dependent on import. So we initiated this activity. And second was on mulberry silk production in Himachal Pradesh, which otherwise was lacking under captive cultivation. So these two initiatives we took last year as a means to improve the livelihood scenario in the state. Apart from that, sir, we are working a lot in terms of developing health promoting healthy foods, and particularly pearl millet based fermented food products to improve the availability of the essential amino acid. So fermented food, that is one of our major forte. And here, sir, DST gave us a major project into this area under the program known as Shri. And whole idea is that not only we have a project, rather they have given us a facility where normal people will come, they will produce the food and market it. So, sir, it's so some R&D will be doing, but immediately that R&D will reach to the market through our vendors, through our interested people. So that is a new initiative, very well funded by DST, which has taken place. And then what we are also doing, sir, some of our Indian plants, can they be very useful? And one of that plant is Burberry, and we found some novel activity in the prevention of joint articular damage during rheumatitis arthritis. I am sure Dr. Vinay Mahajan will like to take it up, and we would like to work very closely with our medical officers and medical doctors in this particular area. One very interesting compound from apple we found, and that was fluoretin. And to delay the liver fibrosis, we found its use, and we are working again to, we are doing actually the clinical trials on this fluoretin molecule from apple. Sir, we are working on developing the novel therapeutics and nutraceuticals from Himalayan plant, and some medicine for diabetes and for blood pressure. We already came out and we identified the right peptides which will be functional and which is useful. And human trials we are carrying out in association with our Ayurvedic college. Very recently with Tanda Medical College, we have signed agreement, and they also very kindly agreed that yes, some of these molecules we should be doing through our allopathic route also. So, sir, with our medical colleges, both Ayurvedic as well as allopathic medical colleges, we are working very closely for some of these nutraceuticals. Another issue that our institute focused is on malnutrition, particularly for zinc and iron deficiency. And we are part of the Poshan Maitri Abhiyan of Government of India. And I must mention, and I'm very happy to share, our first phase of program was very successful, um, and people really liked that, and the status of iron and zinc improved significantly in the malnutrition children. DC Kangra was here, and he ensured that the government works very closely with IHBT to make it a program in the state to avoid this malnutrition. So that is going to be the major program from IHBT now. We took a different turn as well. Right now, I was only talking about the plants. Now we initiated the program around algae. And this algae project, you will be surprised, it's all funded by the industry. Industry wanted that they have some wastewater and how algae can be grown there, and that algae they use it for extraction of important phytomolecules like phycocinins and all nutraceuticals. So our algae project is working very efficiently with our industry. So, and that industry is based, one is based in Bengaluru and one is in southern part of the country. So two companies are working very